Hello, in this video we're going to talk about the Nocturnal Sweeping event coming to Limbus Company in 5 hours at the time I'm making this video, so basically today, depending on what time zone you're in. First, we're going to talk really quickly about the new units coming to the game, including the new free-to-play unit, and then we'll also talk about farming for the event and how you can do that efficiently and how long you can expect that to take, and also the changes to the rest system. Alright, let's get right into it. So first up, the free unit is a 3-star, which is very nice. It's a 3-star Otis from the Heisho pack. It's probably going to be a god tier Rupture unit. This is a must-get unit. I'm practically positive. She hasn't come to the game yet. Like I said, it's 5 more hours at the time of recording, but I'm sure she's going to be super busted when she comes out. Also in the reward shop, there's the standard rewards like 10 gacha tickets, 400 thread, some crates, XP tickets, just all the normal reward shop stuff. So it's all very nice and you want to get all of it. Okay, and on the banner there is Heisho Pack Ryoshu, who is also probably going to be a god tier unit. Unfortunately, she's the only unit on the banner, so you don't have a chance to get like an ego or anything too, but it's not that big of a deal. And Poll, if you want to get her, the season is close to ending after all, so you're starting to think you want to get all the seasonal units before the season ends and they go away for the next season. But also note that, Walpurgis Nox and some other stuff is coming soon. So spend your resources wisely. It's up to you. But alright, let's get to the bulk of this video, the event farming. So you need 4,850 total sweeper fuel tanks to get everything from the reward shop. Of that total cost, the Otis identity is 1,000 of it. So if you're a more casual player and you don't want to do the full farming, you only need to go to 1,000 and get Otis, and then you can skip everything else. To farm, you get 100 fuel tanks per clear from the Mirror Dungeon normal, and you get 200 fuel tanks per clear in Mirror Dungeon hard. However, both of these assume you are selecting the event theme pack Nocturnal Sweeping at the end of the Mirror Dungeon. You need to select this, otherwise you only get half as much event reward, which is terrible. That makes it super inefficient. If you do the stage at the end of the intervalo, you'll get 80. The stage is a lot faster though, so even though it gives you the least amount of reward, you can do it faster. However, note if you choose to farm the stage, you don't level up your battle pass at all, which is why almost everybody farms Mirror Dungeon rather than the stage. Last thing to note about farming here is that weekly bonus does not affect your sweeper fuel tank drops. So if you do more than 3 mirror dungeons a week, you're still going to get just as many fuel tanks. Okay, but there's more to say than just that. So there's some good news and some bad news here. The good news is that the rest bonus system was changed, so now event units do not consume rest bonus in Mirror Dungeon while the event is ongoing. If you're unaware of what rest bonus is, that's that level 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 bar that's next to an identity when you select them in MD. And so that means you can get up to 5 rest bonus on someone, and that gives you more to spend at the start of a mirror dungeon on buffs. So now you won't get punished for farming with an event unit repeatedly. So that's a really great change, and I'm really glad Project Moon did that. The bad news is that this is the hardest event to farm yet because the only event bonus units are Hair Otis and Hair Ryoshu, the 2 new units. And bonus now maxes out at 100% instead of 120%. So most of you probably aren't going to get Hair Ryoshu because you're going to need to wait a week to shard her. So you're going to have a week period where the only unit you can get is Otis, except you need to reach 1,000 anyways to get Otis. So a lot of us are going to be playing the event at 0% bonus, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's only it just is what it is. There's really no way around it. In fact, one thing you could do if you were really stingy is you could actually wait 1 week to read the story, then shard Hair Ryoshu and play the story with Hair Ryoshu. So that way, as you play through the intervalo, you'll get 60% more drops from the story, and then you can do your mirror dungeon and stuff. But who wants to wait a week to read the story, right? So yeah, it just is what it is. And combined with the fact that the event shop requires 1,000 currency for Otis instead of 500 like it normally does for an event unit, because normally the event units are 2 stars, means that farming this event will be slower than a normal intervalo event. So that's the bad news, is that this event will just require more Mirror Dungeon runs to get everything than we would normally expect. Okay, so in conclusion, it'll take you 24 Mirror Dungeon Hard or 48 Mirror Dungeon normal runs to max out your sweeper fuel tanks. And if you have the 40% bonus from Otis, that will reduce it to only 17 MD hard or 34 MD normal. And that's excluding the currency you're going to get from the story, assuming you read the story and play the story. You'll also get currency for playing the story, I say in bullet point 3. There is a random chance to get a sweeper fuel tank for a bonus 20 currency. I still do not know the drop chance on this. That hasn't changed since my last overview video. If anyone knows, they can comment, but I think it's got to be like a small, like a 10% or something, because I don't see it very often. But sometimes when you do a event stage that gives sweeper fuel tanks, sometimes you'll get a sweeper fuel cell instead, which will give you an extra 20 tanks, which is nice. Okay, so some various reminders. Season 5 is ending soon. I would say probably in 4 to 8 weeks, we're going to get the announcement that Season 5 is ending. The next Walpurgisnacht is also going to be coming around that same time period. And there's also the Arknights collab, but that's further away. So basically, the reason why I remind you of these three things is because we have two new seasonal units hitting right now, Hair Otis and Hair Ryoshu. And so you're going to want to start thinking about, well, I want to get these units before the season ends, but I also need to keep in mind that I have crates ready and I have lunacy ready for the next Walpurgisnacht, and maybe even Canto 8 stuff, right? Maybe you want to pull some units in Canto 8. But at the same time, getting Hair Ryoshu might make a lot of sense because this is the slowest event to farm yet, so maybe you want that extra 60% bonus. Anyway, you're going to have to do some resource management, follow your heart, pull the units you want, and have no regrets, right? That's all you can really do in these live service games. But anyway, I hope this video helped you. I tried to keep it short, under 10 minutes, and let's all enjoy Nocturnal Sweeping. I am really excited to play this event, and I'm going to be up all night giving it a go. So, alright, have a good day, managers, and I'll see you around.